So one thing I am becoming increasingly aware of as I'm going on my own kingdom assignment journey is that there will be so many people who do not understand. They simply do not understand, cannot comprehend what God has called you to do, and or why or how you would pursue the Lord's calling over your life, as He is a God we cannot see, but we do believe in. Individuals who don't understand, I think sometimes, number one, they don't have their own relationship with God, so it's impossible for them to understand what it is you're doing and why you're doing it. And yet at the same time, I believe that they are a part of the group of people that you will witness to through your obedience. So that's something number one. The naysayers, I think we like to talk a lot about haters. And there was even a brief moment, and all of this is happening very, very, very quickly for me if it weren't exceedingly obvious. Like, one day I'm in Wichita, I'm weeping and bawling and crying because I don't understand. And then the next day I've received a second wind of encouragement from so many other believers that say, keep going. You may not understand, keep going, it's on purpose. And then the next day I'm going to church and I'm hearing this information from the church about their mission to rebuild the city and restore the city based on the story of Nehemiah. It's all happening like this. God's movement right now in this season, He doesn't need really, God's movement right now in this season is so exceedingly fast in terms of how we know time. But there's, of course, been this whole build-up to get here and so many rocky roads, but that's besides the point. What I'm saying is, there was a moment where the people who didn't understand and didn't hear me, it bothered me because I thought, why don't you hear me? How don't you hear me? I'm telling you exactly what it is that's going on, and you're still asking me questions. You're still saying, I didn't think you would do this or that. You're still saying, if you want to come back home, come back home. No, the naysayers are not the people. They're not haters. They simply just don't understand. And they are a part of the people that you will witness to through your obedience to God. Secondly, what else I have learned on this journey as I'm pursuing obedience to the calling that the Lord has assigned me to, there are people directly on the other side of your obedience waiting on you to show up. There are people directly on the other side of your obedience that have been praying for you specifically. There are other people directly on the other side of your obedience waiting for breakthrough, waiting to hear from you, waiting for God to glorify Himself through you so that they can also see and experience what it is that God is doing right now in this season. I almost said a couple of minutes ago that God doesn't really need anyone to accomplish what it is He's looking to do. And because I know He's God, and because I've seen how quickly He moves, I know that He can do anything and He will do anything as He wills it. At the same time, I know if I hadn't listened and I wasn't here, I don't know who else would have been here. I don't know when the next person would have been willing to come here and show up. I just don't know. So while I don't think He necessarily needs us, He expects us, because there are other people that are expecting us through Him, or Him through us as well. I feel it's also important to express at this point in time that God knows the desires of your heart, and He hears your cries, and He hears exactly what it is that you're looking for and that you want to do and how you want to honor Him. And I know first and foremost that You must be willing to go whatever direction he asks you to do in order for that desire to be fulfilled. Because after my first couple days, like, of being here, I am glad to be here now. I'm glad to be here because I'm seeing more and more and more what these people need and what needs to be done. And while this is a new assignment in a new place, in a way that I have never done anything before, there are also so many themes here that I'm familiar with, and so many themes here that I'm passionate about reversing. And so I'm happy to be here, even though it's foreign, even though my own promises that I'm waiting for God to deliver on, even though that's not here yet, I know it's coming, number one, because I've seen him move so quickly with everything else in my life, and I know he's going to do it all at once because he can. And we've talked about it. But I'm glad to be here, and everything is just becoming so much more clear.